Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and welcome back to the podcast that's supposed to be a Let's Play, but kind of turns into a podcast because the audio screws up. Yay! Okay, so if you watch episode 14, you will have been updated that there was some audio recording issues with this. Yeah. There was an update to OBS, and long story short, audio didn't record right. We have the Gabe audio, but we don't have my audio. So Sarah has to do voiceovers for 2 episodes. Thankfully, just 2 episodes. But yeah. And like last episode, we didn't even pay attention to what was going on in the video. We just kind of had a podcast conversation type thing, and it was just, yeah. It's frustrating. Okay, anyway, moving on. Talk about something else. How has your guys' day been? Hope it's been exciting. Mine has been pretty kind of eventful. I went to last November I was given a bonsai tree. If you don't know what bonsai trees are, they're a Japanese style. You can always Google this, but it's a Japanese style of Japanese. Anyway, you have a tree, and it's not shrunk, but it's like miniaturized. You keep it small, and it looks like a full-grown tree, but just tiny. And it can range anywhere from like 8 inches to like 3 feet. So anyway, last November I got given a bonsai tree by a friend because she knows I like bonsai and everything, and I had been wanting to get into it for a couple years. But it's not necessarily that bonsai is expensive, but it's not necessarily super cheap either. And the other thing is, whenever I'd go look, it would be, don't go looking for trees in winter. You won't find anything. Just don't do it. It's bad. But so I had this bonsai tree, and I think my main problem was I wanted more information than I was getting online. There's a lot of information online, but I felt unsure, and my problem is I don't consider myself to have a green thumb at all. When we would do outside work when I was younger with my mom, she was always the one that would plant stuff and all that. She would know all the garden stuff, and I would be in charge of going and picking up sticks that fell in the yard. So my green thumb was picking up sticks. So I remember we had snapdragons, and we would plant seeds, but outdoor gardening is a little different from potted gardening, because outdoor garden you're restricted to the sunlight around you, how your house is positioned, what climate you're in, and what type of soil you have. The nice thing about potted plants is that you can do literally whatever you want. You just have to upkeep it more, I guess. I don't really know, but we never really did the potted plant life. We always did outdoor pots, exterior plant life. So, and I don't understand the difference in soil and everything. It's there's nitrogen and phosphorus. There's all these different chemicals in there, and I'm I don't understand. I hated chemistry when I went through it in high school, so I have no idea what you're talking about and how anything helps anything with plants. It's just one of those I chose to ignore, and almost on purpose ignore, if you will. And so now I'm kind of regretting it because I don't know what any of it means. And it's online, they're you use this type of soil, and I'm I don't understand what that means. Where can I get this? What do I do? And yeah. And if you buy everything online, it all gets pretty expensive, and so it's just and it's it's plant stuff. I should be able to find the stuff around town. So I was gonna wait until spring and everything, and then March hit, and March is a bad month for me. So so it's May now. But there's a bonsai, it's called the Greater Kansas City Bonsai Society, and they haven't really had an online presence until about February, and I was oh, your website updated, it's not awful. Because they're, oh my goodness, as a website builder and developer, like, I know what bad and good ones look like, and I understand that there are limitations for people, but oh, this was bad. And their website is not great, but it's not as awful as it was. It at least has links and pages. Before it like was just nothing, and I'm like, oh no. For like a year I watched and nothing changed, and I was like, let me just fix it for you. But they didn't have updated contact information, and I was like, so. But now they've updated, and they have like all their schedule stuff, and so they have like, they meet like every other week, like at least once or twice a month, and I'm like, woo. But like, I don't really have a bonsai collection to go with. I have my one bonsai tree, and then I have a succulent, which is not a cactus, but a succulent, and he just kind of lives in his little pot, and he doesn't do much, and he's not never gonna do anything. I just water him. But like, one of the recommendations I saw for bonsai, getting into bonsai, is to have more than one, like get several. And so I wanted to do that, but just haven't really had the funds to fund that hobby. So, because there are other things I've had to buy and things that are more expensive, and I'm into other hobbies already, and it's like, well, bonsai, it's one of those hobbies that will be there for a long time, and when you get into it, it's not going to be one of those hobbies you're into for 6 months. It's one you're going to be in for 60 years. Not 6, not 16, 60. 60. And it just, it's one of those long-term hobbies, and like, I'm pretty sure I'll stay in it for a long time because I enjoy it, and I enjoy the aspect of indoor plants, especially since I'm allergic to like everything, but indoor plants I can kind of contain them, and I don't have to go outside and breathe like pollen and grass, because I'm highly allergic to grass, and if I have indoor plants, I don't have to deal with grass. So yay for indoor plants. But yeah, so anyway, about a week ago now, yeah, it's been, a weekish ago. I looked up on my screen and I saw Vlad. Oh, he snuck into the house for a short second. I was like, what's going on? Because I am watching like a playback and everything, but I'm sort of half paying attention to it, half watching the audio, and half kind of rubbing my face as I'm frustrated at myself. But I had time to finally go to a garden nursery, a tree nursery, and I went there and I got some. When you get bonsai, you can plant them from a seed, or you can do what's called cuttings, which is where you take an existing tree and you cut small branches off, and you stick them with what's called rooting hormone, and then you stick it in dirt and they grow roots. And it speeds up the process, and you might choose to do it this way because you have a tree that you like how the leaves look, and that's what you want. Now, my problem is I'm very particular about what species of bonsai I want. One of the ones that I really want is a wisteria tree, because purple is my favorite color, and they're really pretty romantic type weeping willow type plants, and I like weeping willows, but they don't bloom. And so I found the wisteria and I'm like, oh, I want it, and it's purple. I need it, but I haven't gotten there yet. The other one I want is like a sakura tree, with cherry blossom tree in America. It's very pretty, flowers, pink, white, whichever kind of breed you get, whatever. But the one that I really, really want, it's probably my favorite tree, honestly, is called a Japanese maple tree. It's honestly very popular around here where I live, at least in my subdivision. It's one of those things I noticed. I was like, I want a Japanese maple bonsai, and like about 3 weeks ago I was driving through my driving through my neighborhood, and I was like, they have one. I think like every other house literally has a Japanese maple at their tree, in their yard somewhere. And it's like, okay, whatever. It's a really popular tree, but it's really expensive. Like, if you want a small tree, like not necessarily small, like I'd say 3 feet, you're looking at minimum $200, if not $300. And I'm like, and see, my problem is I'm really picky about the leaf type, because there's different breeds within like you have like parrots as a bird breed, but underneath parrots you have all these little breeds that are different types of breeds and everything. And it's the same way with trees. And anyway, when I went to the tree nursery to try to find a Japanese maple tree that was maybe smaller, cheaper, all of their small trees, their leaves are all very, not wilty, but the wrong type of leaf for lack of knowing how to describe them. They're very strange looking, and they were like very choppy, and I didn't care for them, and I'm like, I don't want this. I want the tree that's in my front yard, because we have a Japanese maple. I'm like, I want the tree that's in my front yard. It turns beautiful red in the summer, and whenever it hits sun, it turns beautiful red, and the green's not bad either, and it's just very pretty colors. And I'm just like, I want that tree. I don't want these crummy trees. But if you want, like, and the thing is though, the crummy trees, like, they can still get big, but they're cheaper. And I'm like, okay, these are cheaper, affordable, but not what I want. But if I get what I want, I'm going to pay $300. And I'm like, and that's for a small size tree. If I get anything bigger, it's more. And I'm like, oh, I don't got $300 to spend on a tree. And so what I elected to do was try the cutting method. Now this can take many, many, many years to get to actually where you want size-wise for a bonsai tree. But I figured this way I can have a whole bunch of maple trees, Japanese maple trees, for way cheaper. The rooting powder stuff was like $4. And I was like, sweet. So the other day I saw that it was going to rain, and so I was like, okay, I need to do, because I have gift from Mother's Day, and Mother's Day's already passed by the time this goes up, but I'd gotten her a gift, and so I needed to plant everything. And it was a planty gift thing. It's like, she really likes roses and everything. And so I got her, they have mini roses now. And so I got a couple of them to put in a little pot, and they could live indoors and out. A little more manageable than trying to do all of our yard work, because we have a lot of yard work to do, and we don't necessarily have a ton of time to devote to yard work. Plus the whole allergy thing. Kind of an issue. But yeah, so I went through and cut down a couple branches, and then what you do is you cut like little pieces off, and then you dip them in the rooting stuff, and then you put them in dirt. And so now I have a whole bunch of baby trees growing. Well, either not or not. Maybe not. We'll see if it actually works this time around. The thing about starting trees that way is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's the same with any type of plant. If sometimes seeds grow, sometimes they don't. Sometimes cuttings grow, sometimes they don't. It just depends, you know. And this is my first time doing something like that, so, you know, it's interesting. So different experience, something new. But anyway, the 15 minutes later, the Bonsai Society and everything had a thing at a gardens area called near me, and so I decided to go because they had a thing in March, but I couldn't go to that. Once again, March is insane, bad month, but it's like everything happens in March. I don't have time for this. So I was like, okay, they didn't really have anything in April that I felt comfortable going to, because they had like meeting stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to show up at a meeting and like not know anything without a treat. It's kind of weird. And so I elected to, I'm trying to speak from the past, but it's past that now. But they had a thing, and so I went to it, and it was really cool. I went with my mom because she had an off day, and it was like, okay, let's go do something. Well, we don't normally do things on off days, but let's go do something. So we went to it's at a giant garden area, and so we went around to the different gardens and took a whole bunch of pictures. It was a lot of fun. It was like, oh, this is so cool, and it was really nice because a lot of things were in bloom and hadn't died yet because of the heat. Because earlier this week we had a couple of like really hot days, 80-degree weather, and it was like summer, and it was like, oh, please don't die, please keep alive things, please. So, you know, but it was a lot of fun, gained a lot of insight and things like that. So definitely an experience, you know. Do things, get out of the hermit life. Just kidding, don't really. Just kidding. But yeah, so that's about it for me. Like, life update, because I went on my rant last time. And video update last time. So if you want updates on that, go watch the last episode. I'm not going to repeat that. Squeaky chair. Yeah. Yeah, been feeling pretty, like, in the cleaning mood. Or, I guess, not cleaning mood, but the work on things, get things accomplished. So, you know, I'm trying to, like, find job stuff for the summer and everything. Because I've been doing online school and then odd jobs like babysitting and or dog sitting and or house sitting and or cat sitting and or blah 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 blah. And I need something to go on my resume that's more degree centered. I have like jobs that have nothing to do with my degree. It's like I have a teaching thing. I do teaching, and I've done like I recently did a big production thing, and that's still like producing thing, but that has nothing to do with graphic design. And I'm like, no. You know. So, yeah, hopefully things will get better. Just a second, I'm going to move my chair. It's going to be loud, maybe not. Felt loud to me. And stretch. I've been sitting in this chair for too long. Thankfully, it's a fairly comfortable chair. But, you know, I have back problems, so... And lately, I've been sleeping weird, so my back feels like... You know how sometimes your back gets off and you pop it and it kind of, whatever, it kind of hurts, but whatever. This is like, I can feel like my spine is like going like weird directions, and I'm like, oh no, this feels really strange. So, I've been trying to like sleep, not necessarily sleep differently, yes, and sleep in different positions and like sit differently, trying to get it to like reposition itself, fix itself, because it's like, So, thankfully, comfy chair is comfortable. So, and the dogs haven't been too much of like, Sarah, let me sit on your lap while you try to record and do stuff. It's like, dogs, I can't do this right now. So, yes, you're very, very good puppies. Yes, you are. So, yeah, just kind of going through the motions of life. So, yeah, but I don't know where I was going. I wasn't going anywhere with anything. So, yeah, let's see what's happened in the video. We're about a little over halfway through. Yeah. Well, we're getting pretty close, like aging up everyone. Well, yeah. I'm super helpful, and I totally know what's going on in my own videos. It's one of those things, like, I didn't really realize how difficult it was to commentate over my Let's Play, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no interest in commentating over it about what's actually going on. I've kind of, it's just a podcast. It's literally a podcast that has different stuff on screen. So, do you guys have any podcasts that you listen to? I'm not necessarily a big podcast listener. I prefer to have a video to watch while I listen. But a lot of people like enjoy podcasts and everything, and a lot of YouTubers / people have podcasts. And like, do you guys have anybody that you listen to? Any recommendations? I might, after this fiasco, I might try it out. I see the appeal of it because I enjoy learning about other people's lives and kind of getting a more personal aspect of it instead of like always game oriented. But at the same time, I don't know. Let me know if there's anything interesting. What we should totally do, or I should totally do because I'm running the game. What I should totally do, I should have the kids, because the kids, well, no, okay. The kids will be teenagers, I think, in about 4 or 5 days. So they'll reach teenagehood before our last toddler reaches the end of toddlerhood. But I should totally have them get after school jobs. That would be sweet. So I'm thinking, like, in the back of my mind, oh yeah. Oh yes, I remember this. Naked child. This child, I think he has the playful one. This child likes to go out into the woods and be naked. I don't even know. Just naked toddler just running around. I don't remember if it's I think it's the boy that does it. But they just do it like twice. And I'm like, seriously? And part of it's because I'm trying to get their movement skill up. And I found that just putting them off in a random direction, having them walk there and walk back, gets the movement skill up pretty halfway decently. So it's like, okay, go disappear into the woods for an hour. And they come back and they're naked. It's like, hey, hold up, kid. This is not a part of the deal, man. Not in our contract here. Clothes are necessary. So I will definitely say, though, I have definitely... Oh, someone's mowing their lawn. It sounded like a helicopter or something, but somebody's just mowing their lawn. You probably can't hear it, but if you do, I apologize. Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. The lawnmower interrupted me. But yeah, no naked children. So, oh yeah, we do get to have Savannah's birthday. So yeah, she gets to age up. But yeah, I think, million different thoughts and ideas and different tangents. Okay, I got what I was focusing on. I'm thinking about with the 2 oldest kids, having them like do their own Let's Play after this. Like, I think it might be fun to kind of continue the family and everything, because like I like that aspect of Sims, but I cannot commit myself to a family for that long. Like, it's just no, I can't. But I think they would be really fun to like have like go off and like as adults and like some other kind of Let's Play. I don't know though, because I watch a lot of the Sims Supply, if you haven't noticed, and I really like some of his Let's Plays. So I was thinking about maybe doing something like that, like, but I don't really know because he is the artsy one and she is very sciencey / logical. What like stay-at-home jobs are there that they could do? Because he could totally become an artist or something, but what could she do? Let's see. I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google stuff. This is totally unorthodox, but this is what we're doing. Sims 4. Let's see. What would you exactly look up? Update. Hobbies. Sims 4 hobbies and skills. Yeah. Oh no, I found the dangerous website. If you're ever into custom content for The Sims 4, The Sims Resource is a very dangerous place to go to. Because that's what I used to live on for Sims 3, and it's amazing. Okay, oh yeah, tips for making money. Oh, we could totally do like we could totally do the business thing. We could open our own business. That would be awesome. And we'd have 2 of them, so it's a lot more doable with 2 Sims. I have learned that very quickly. That would be sweet. Oh, that's all. Yes, that's what we're doing. The next Let's Play is going to be, we're going to open a business, and we can have like the kid Colt. Oh, I don't remember his name. It starts with a C. I'm pretty sure. He could like do paintings, and she could either just run stuff or like make money but like it has to be through like a business and everything. That would be like a rags to riches. Oh, that's what it's called. Rags to riches. He does a lot of rags to riches series, and I enjoy those a lot. And that would be fun. That would be fun to do, especially with them. Ooh, yes, this is happening. So be on the lookout for that whenever the series is over. So, yeah. Should be done fairly quickly. Well, not done fairly quickly, but you know. So, but yeah. Yeah! So that's exciting. Yay! Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, had that revelation. Let's see, what am I doing the rest of the day? I'm going back to dog sitting. I'm going to go bake a cake for my madre, my mother, who doesn't know. It's tomorrow is Mother's Day for people. This is coming out after Mother's Day, but we don't necessarily have a ton of money to kind of be frugal about, and she's very well. She's not frugal, but Anyway, I'm not going. I obviously cannot explain it. But I got her flowers, and the other thing I like to do on Mother's Day for her is to make her food and everything, because she likes food a lot. And growing up, my parents were divorced, and my dad's mom, my grandmother, her birthday on my dad's side fell. Her birthday was on Mother's Day, and they would always celebrate it on Mother's Day. And so, or they'd always celebrate her birthday on Mother's Day. And so I never got to spend Mother's Day with my mom until she passed away. My grandmother passed away when I was... Well, we kind of stopped when she went into a nursing home. So, but I didn't really get to spend Mother's Day with my mom, though, until I was about 17. And so, maybe even older, 18? I think it was at least 18. But, so to me, Mother's Day is a big deal because I never got to spend it with my mom I didn't get to spend it with my mom for several years. Many years. Like, yeah. And so I want to do things for her, do nice things, but it always happens like right around the end of the year for schools and everything, and she's a pianist, so she accompanies middle schools, and their concerts are always around this time of year. So, and recitals are also around this time of year. Like, literally, Thursday night she had a concert. Yesterday she had a recital. Tuesday she has another concert. So she's really busy and really exhausted. But I really like baking, and I like decorating cakes. And so any reason to decorate cakes, I will make a cake for it. So I'm doing that for her. I actually have to go to Hobby Lobby real quick and because I'm going to build it. I'm going to make it the mini cakes, so that way I don't have to do a whole bunch of like icings and all. I don't have to make a massive cake. I do like lots of details on a little cake. It won't take me like 8 hours to do a cake. It'll take me like 3 hours. But I have to go out and buy that real quick. I forgot. Or I can just use the 6-inch and cut it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But cake is being made. So I might actually, I'm thinking, I've had some ideas about my other channel, because I do have another channel. I just haven't felt confident enough to post anything on it. And so, but I kind of feel inclined to post like baking videos and other things like that on there, because there are other aspects of my life that I enjoy and I definitely want to share. Because when I watch YouTube videos, I don't necessarily just watch gaming stuff. I watch makeup gurus, I watch nail stuff, I watch baking stuff, I watch sketch comedy stuff. I kind of watch a lot of different things on YouTube. And I really want to do lots of different things on YouTube. I don't want to just be like a gaming channel. Granted, this is a gaming channel. Will always be strictly a gaming channel. It won't ever have like anything. It won't ever have baking on it. That's why I have a second channel. But like, I would love to do like time lapses of like trips I've taken, things like that. So, yeah. I don't know. There might be a lot of stuff coming and not changing on this channel, but new things coming out over the summer, because I will have a life. Well, it's one of those things. You always say you'll be free during the summer, but it never actually works out that way. It's like, oh, I'll have time, plenty of time to do lots of things. Lies. It gets eaten up by the heat and the humidity around me anyway. It was so hot and humid on, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday and Wednesday. It was awful. It was awful. And like, I don't know where y'all live, but I live in the Midwest. I live in Kansas. It's the middle of the United States. And it is hot here, and it is humid here. If you live in Colorado, you cannot talk about the humidity. If you live in Arizona, shut up. I understand the heat is awful, but when you start adding humidity to it, it suddenly gets exponentially worse. And I'm not talking like 20% humidity. I'm talking 100% humidity. We normally get 80 to 100% humidity, and I honestly think they need to invent a new scale, because it reaches 100% so often. It's like, it's more humid. It'll be like 100% one day, and the next day it'll be 100%. It's like, it's more humid today. It needs to be 120%. This is why I want to move. I don't want to live in Kansas the rest of my life. And no Dorothy jokes either. If you know my references. If you understand my Wizard of Oz. There's certain states that have certain things that are attached to them. Kansas is The Wizard of Oz. If you've never seen The Wizard of Oz, it's a great movie. I've watched it at least every year of my life. I do, but the good thing is I do enjoy the movie. Bad news is that if you ever like go to college outside of Kansas, everybody makes jokes about that. But the great thing is though, Kansas people are, I will say, I think anyway, I think that we're really nice people. You might disagree, I don't know. But I think we're pretty nice, and not just because I'm from Kansas, because, like, yeah. But, I think we're pretty nice. But, this is what I get for recording and trying, or for going places, and then we're coming home and recording this, and then having to do more stuff. My brain is not used to this. Oh, what am I even talking about? I don't even know anymore. I lost it. The train of thought is left. That was my head hitting the desk in frustration. Oh, frustration. My name is, everything. I hate everything. Let's see how many strange noises Sarah can make in about 30 seconds. Yeah. So I haven't gotten my new mouse yet, but I'll probably try to do that when I go out to stop by Michael's, because there's a, well, I don't know, I don't think I want to get my mouse from Walmart. But it's Best Buy right by it. And if all else fails, I can go to Micro Center. So, and it is Saturday, so things are open. So, but Saturday traffic. Oh, things. I have to do things, guys. I have to be an adult. I don't want to be an adult. That's the thing. Never grow up. Don't be an adult. And if you are an adult, reject adulthood and just act like a child. But don't be a stupid child. Be a mature child. There's definitely a difference. Ugh. Don't be that adult. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day. We're getting up to the end of the video, so I might as well go through the whole outro and everything. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload new videos at least 3 times a week. Look forward to new, fun, and upcoming stuff on all kinds of stuff. There's links to my other social media down in the description below. Feel free. Would love you guys to follow me or just have a discussion, send stuff my way, you know, whatever. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope the weather stays nice where you're at, and I hope it doesn't get humid where you're at, and that you just have a good day. See you guys in the next video. Bye.